So we have three more to go, right? Okay, while waiting for us to start the class here, I would like to ask, okay, Omar. Omar, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, Omar, how long did you take to complete this reading marathon? How long?
Um, the wet one.
Yeah, this reading comprehension. Okay, today's class will be in reading comprehension, and we are going to discuss the answers here. So, how long did you take to complete this?
I don't know. I think like maybe around 20 minutes or like
20
half an hour.
minutes,
I
half
don't
an
know. I
hour,
forgot.
half an hour for you to complete all the 40, all what do you call all the five parts in this paper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, Anissa, what about you? Anissa, Aisha?
Um, I think around more than 50 minutes lah. Dalam around less than 20 minutes macam tu.
Okay, less than, okay, around 20 to 50 minutes. Is it so? Okay, all right. Thank you, Anissa. Okay, one more person. Hafiq Haikal. Hafiq
Yes,
Haikal.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
how long did you take to complete this?
About 20 minutes.
50 minutes.
20 minutes too.
20 minutes. You managed to finish all them all.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, welcome. Okay, let's begin our class. We have two more to go. Okay, never mind. All right, class, for reading comprehension paper. Um, yeah, yes, Nur Mira. Yes, supposedly 75 minutes. Yeah, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Class, one thing, the speed is determine your success. At the same time, you have to be focused. So within the 75 minutes given, um, you can read it, reread again, and then choose the option, and then to confirm the option again, and then read closely, is there any other possibilities of different answers, and for you to finalize within the 75 minutes. So those who finish within 20 to 30 minutes, also we discuss the answer first, we see your result. So once you get your result, probably you can know how good you are, and if you find any drawbacks on your side, you can actually work on it. Okay, is there anyone who completed this task more than 75 minutes? You need like 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 40 minutes. Is there anyone? Okay. Class, one more thing I would like to remind you, class, please treat this as an individual class between you and I. Do not afraid to show your answers, your response, just because you are in the group of people. Because normally students feel shy, or they are not really motivated to give their opinion in front of other group members. They have the conscious mind saying that others are watching, others are listening to me. If you are one of them, you won't go far. Don't bother about others. This is between you and I. Because at the end of the day, when you get good result, you can ask yourself, does this belong to me or not? Sometimes you feel that this is not my result because I didn't do any job, or I didn't do the job properly, or I didn't do it properly. And then when you get the result, okay, actually, this is not my result. I can do better. I don't want you to have that feeling. At the end of the day, when you get the result, this is say, I have done my best. This is my best result. So when you get it, you'll be very happy. Okay, reading comprehension. As for the reading comprehension class, several things I would like to remind you, based on my research, because for the past 10 years, right, we always do research in the with the students, and the finding shows, class, for better understanding of difficult text, you need to read every paragraph twice. First time you just read it, and then read the same paragraph for the second time, then move on to the second paragraph, read every paragraph twice. That is for your better understanding. And then second way you can have a better whole of the message delivered by the writer in this text, mean like reading comprehension text, is circling their name, because there are questions asking for name and they didn't indicate where can you find the name. They just say according to Sasvina, why Malaysians are keen on reading, meaning you need to go and find out where Sasvina is in the text. It's quite difficult, so you can circle the name or company's name while you are reading it, so that easy for you to refer. And then class, third way is some students suggested, good ones suggested, they will read the question first, followed by the reading text. I would advise you don't do that. Do not read the question class, because the questions sometimes can mislead you. We will see how far it is true, yeah. And the third one is active reading class. Active reading means you talk to the text. When you talk to the text means you are really into the method. Okay. The third one, I'm going to do it for you now. Meaning you read actively. Actively mean you have a monologue. Your monologue mean you're talking to yourself. It can be in any language you want. If I'm doing it in English, mean you can do it in Malay too while you're reading. Okay. And then you have to say, okay, okay, all right, okay, all right. Because sometimes certain texts are quite difficult in terms of the content. Content you're not familiar with. So that when you read fast and your attempt within to finish within the stipulated time, it requires a lot of attention. All right, with that class, let's look at the part one. So what you need to do, you have done your job. So what you need to do, take out that particular piece of paper, and then you need to mark accordingly. And then once you have marked that paper, later you have to upload in Google Classroom for me to check. Yeah. Do not change the option class. If you manage to score all them correct, fine. If you are unable to score them well, it's okay, fine. Just show me so that I can adjust my teaching technique just to help you out. Okay. All right. Let's look at the first one, part A class. So part A, when you read it, you find that it is taken from National Geographic magazine, and you feel like this is like something different or something which is not, we are not used to it. Okay, the first paragraph start like this. The first paragraph I show you how to do the monologue class for those who do not know how to do it. So this is actually to help you to understand the text better. Okay, for example, a Nepali guide on Mount Everest plummeted 150 feet. Okay, Nepali guide. Okay, Nepali guide mean a person. Okay, seorang Mount Everest, 150 feet, roughly equivalent to falling from a 15-story building. Oh, the the Mount Everest, the peak point is it's about 15-story building height, yeah, into an ice crevice. Okay. Um, Falling from class, I mean the person fall from ice crevice class. Lura ice la Namgaya Tertiary Sherpa. Look at the name. It's 3-word name. Okay, fine. Believed to be 30s. Oh, dia tu umur 30. And a new father. Oh, just have baby. Look at that. A new father. The first climbing related fatality. Okay, first climbing. Uh, Related fatality. Fatality means kematian. People died. So in 2012, mountaineering seasons of the world tallest peak. Okay. In 2012, okay, that's the first one. At the time of fall, Namgaya was climbing towards Camp 2. Okay, meaning there are a lot of camp. This Camp 2. About two-thirds of the way up, dua per tiga dah sampai dah at the 29,035 feet mountain. Okay, so look at the total height is 29,035 feet mountain. Like many other Sherpas ethnic group. Okay, he's from Sherpas ethnic group. Probably you can underline that. Of northeastern Nepal, Namgaya was making a living. Making a living mean class hidup dengan tu from his high altitude upbringing, dia bawa benda-benda yang ke altitude yang tinggi, serving western climbers as a guide. Guide means someone who show the way. Porter, pengambil barang. Is a tragic reminder. Okay, it's a reminder of what? What a slim margin of error can lead to in the mountain. So, meaning to say, a slim margin means a simple small mistake can lead to death in the mountain. So, basically, the paragraph is about a description about Nepali guy, right? He died in 2012, the first death recorded. And then he's also a father, and then 30 years old. And then his tragic death is what they call a reminder. A simple mistake can lead to death. This is how we call do the monologue and be understand, help you to understand yourself. Okay, all right. That's how you need to read, yeah. Okay, so let's go for the first question. Class, I assume that you have read because during the 2 hours class, I discussed the answer. If you have a different answer and also a different point of view, so you think that, so I think the option is B. Why not? It's not B. Plus, every option, when you decide, you need to have a proof to claim that is A, that is B, or that is C. Without any claim, it is baseless. It is not accepted. Okay, number one class in first paragraph. Okay, not number one. 15. Question number 15. In the first paragraph, writer makes the point that okay, making a point mean class. What are you trying to say? That is making a point. So basically, making a point means what are you trying to say? The first one. Sherpas have difficult livelihood. Yeah, it is true. Is there any difficulty shown, class? Like how did you bringing, and then yeah, the only difficulty we can see is that is high altitude upbringing, meaning he's a porter carrying things. Mount Everest has claimed the life of many climbers. Okay, many climbers, class. Is that true? Is only one is being mentioned here. Okay, out of the three class, climbers of Mount Everest cannot afford to make any mistake. Meaning, the way the writer's written is that he trying to show that how the person died and then what the background of the person, and probably the last word would be reminder. Okay, the last line. 'Cause normally when we discuss, we refer to the paragraph one, line 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 and 9. Yeah, you know how to the number, small number written on the right hand margin would be the paragraph. The left hand margin would be the paragraph number, and then the right hand margin would be the line number. So, number one class, the answer will be C. Okay, all right. The answer is C. If you have a different answer, please let me know. Yeah. Okay, as for number two, okay. Okay, I'm going to call out class, so you need to share your answer. Which of the following is not a reason many Sherpas disobey procedures? Okay, it's not a reason. It is not a reason. Which one do you think? Number 16, Abdullah Fahim. Okay, Abdullah Fahim. What do you think your answer is? Abdullah Fahim? Are you with us? Afiq Aikal? Afiq? Afiq Aikal? Okay, Muhammad Shami? Number 16. Okay, Sonpert. What is your answer?
A.
A, you think they are by nature complacent. But why you say it's A, my dear? It's not a reason. By nature, the complacent. Complacent mean they take it things for, by nature, they take it things for taking things lightly. Why you think that? It is A.
Because B and C can be found in the text.
So B and C can be found in the text? All right. Okay. Let's look at the number one. Yeah, they are by nature complacent. For that part, you can see in which paragraph. Okay. If you refer to number four, paragraph 4, line number 24. Okay, a bit complacent is that they also just be overconfident and a bit complacent. Yes, they are complacent, even though they are by nature complacent, a bit complacent, they are complacent. So it's a reason. Okay, and then B, they like to compete with each other. Yeah, competitive spirit. For example, paragraph 4, number 3, line 3. Oftentimes, there are fairly strong competitive spirit between the Sherpas, okay, from a different village. So, meaning they're competing with each other is correct. Okay, they want to show off their athleticism. Okay, class showing off their athleticism. You can say athleticism is there. Yeah, it is there. Okay, you can see that it is there, but they are not used to showing off. The line says that class where it is here. Let me check for you. Line 9, number 24. Because the guides generally have great athleticism. Okay, athleticism class meaning they have the physically they have a very good strength, and then they have a quality of strength, fitness, agility class. Agility means easy to move their body. So meaning they have a great athleticism, but then they are not showing off their athleticism. They have the athleticism, is true, but they are not there to show off their athleticism. So C is the answer, not showing off. The idea of showing off is wrong. They have it, but then they are not doing it to show off how strong they are, how fitness they are. But then you might be argue. So what is the difference between B and C, sir? Competing with each other means showing athleticism, right? No, it does not mean the competition means different. A slight margin of meaning is different, yeah. So the answer is C. Okay, 17 class. So class, actually I wanted to ask each and every one your answer, but then we don't have that luxury of time. Probably class, this is how a normal discussion will be conducted in the class. So from time to time, I will call you and ask. For this time, I try to go through first because this is your first attempt in attending reading comprehension passages. Yeah. But if you have a different opinion, please stop me and ask for clarification. Okay, number 17. The statement, they are kind of nuts and bolts to success up there, line 2930 suggests, okay, the first one. Okay, look at the nuts and bolts class. 29, okay, you can see line 29 and also line 30. Okay, they become okay, nuts and bolts to the success. So probably you can put a success in a bracket. Okay, so with that meaning, if anyone want to be success, mean they need this shepherd's help, the guide's help. So A, Western climbers cannot reach the summit without them. Okay, reaching the summit, you can put it in a bracket. Reaching the summit is considered success. Okay, reaching the summit is a success. So it suggests mencadangkan idea Western climbers cannot reach the summit, meaning they cannot achieve success without them. A is the answer. Okay, what's wrong with B and C? Western climbers leave responsibility of expedition to them. Look, leaving the responsibility mean, okay, you go and climb up the hill, later put my name. That is leaving responsibility. It's totally different meaning. See, Western climbers are unable to carry their heavy gear up to the mountain. Yes, unable to carry the heavy things to the up there. So what? You will ask the question, so what? Probably it's like too open. It's not giving the meaning of nuts and bolts like something can hold together. Holding together means if the nut and bolts are losing mean bit loose mean the vehicle won't be able to move. So won't be able to move mean you won't be able to reach the success. So the main idea success can be seen from 17a. Yeah? Okay, number 18. They get little recognition, suggested. Little recognition. Little recognition mean class, they didn't get, they're supposed to get recognition. For example, let's say I'm the winner, I should name, okay, the success is not only for me, I also for my Sherpas who helped me, and then I need to name them. But normally, those who reach the peak, they won't name. They won't tell who the people who work for them. So here, class shapers are unrewarded. Rewarded mean giving in terms of money or things. Class recognition is not. The recognition means saying the name, right? Shapers are hardly noticed. Okay, all right, class. Yeah, hardly noticed. Okay, what do you mean by hardly noticed, class? So hardly notice mean, class, something like you don't really see them, they are there. But actually the meaning is there, class. Look at that. If you go back to the line 30, sight unseen, they carry 90% of the equipment that goes up to the mountain and they get very little recognition. So, meaning the answer here, class, is very much suitable for Sherpas are taken for granted. Meaning, taken for granted, what does it mean, class? Fail to appreciate someone or assume or presume, suppose be. Bukan ke kerja dia orang angkat barang. So apa nak cakap kan? It's like you think it taken for granted mean bukan ke tanggungjawab mereka tu bawa barang je. Nak sebab apa? Macam tu. It's like bukan ke itu dia punya job. Meaning taken for granted. When you taken for granted mean, class, we don't show the appreciation. So the answer is C. Yeah. Okay, number 19. The following makes Sherpas excellent guide, class. They are very good. Excellent, except actually. They dare to take risk. Yeah, it is true. And then, class, they are able to carry exceptional weight. Okay, and then the third one, they have an inborn ability for mountaineering, climbing. Okay, check one by one, class. They dare to take risk. Okay, they are taking risk. Okay, meaning sometimes they just didn't do all the locks and pin and locks properly. Okay, able to carry exceptional weight. Okay, let's check, class. Is there any point which show they can carry what do you call exceptional weight? Mean they carry more than what people can do, class? Is there any line shows that?
So how about the line 30?
Uh-huh.
It say carry 19% of the equipment that goes up the mountain.
Okay, all right. Okay, class. The one 90% might be carried by 100 Sherpas or 200 Sherpas. Okay, and they carry it together. So, meaning to say, in general, 90% of the things go up, okay, by them. But then the meaning here is that they can carry exceptional weight, meaning Western climber can only carry 50 kg, but then Sherpas mean they can carry 100 kg, 200 kg, or double the amount that they can carry. Can you see that or not? Individual. The point here B is referring to the individual ability to carry extra weight, whereas the line 30 shows total amount of things they brought up. Total 90% can be carried by 20 people or 30 Sherpas or 50 Sherpas. All Western climbers give everything to them. Okay, 50 of them. Okay, your job is to carry all the things up there. So meaning it doesn't show the individual ability to carry exceptional weight. Kebolehan mereka bawa barang seseorang tu. So meaning here, class, is change. So the answer is B. Yeah. Any confusion, people? That's why this is one of the three class. That's why I said reading comprehension here, class, is like very close to one another until we overlook certain matters. Like in this case, we think 90% mean they talk about the amount being transferred, but the line talk about the individual ability, whether they can carry extra weight or not. We do not know. Okay, number 20. But for all of their talent on the slopes, Sherpas were traditionally not very well trained in mountaineering techniques. This comment reveals, class, a note of criticism, a note of surprise, or an element of surprise, an expression of regret. Because regret means menyesal, surprise means kagum, and then criticism means something like dipertikaikan. So when you read this, what kind of reaction you have, class? But for their talent and slope, they are very talented. They are not Okay, they were traditionally not very well trained in mountaineering techniques, meaning they don't have a proper training. They're not well trained, yeah, but then they have the talent. So, how many is there? Is there anyone say A? Is there element of criticism class?
Mm,
No.
Mm,
No.
no.
a surprise, right?
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Okay, for us, it's surprise class. According to the context here, is wrong. It's supposed to have this kind of feeling. Look at that. Your Sherpas is dying, and then they are claiming, climbing the mountains. How can they be there without a proper training? What's going on? What's wrong with you people? Why you would risk yourself like this? It's like benda tu macam, macam mana ni? It's very dangerous job. And then you have a talent or not, it's a different matter. You should have a proper training so that we can avoid this kind of tragedy. Look at the first paragraph, they say it's a tragic reminder. Okay, margin mistake done. Look at the last paragraph, class, the last line, second to last line. But the history will repeat itself and people will become complacent again. And something like this could potentially happen again. Benda ni akan ulang. Orang mati, orang sedih. Satu minggu dia orang sedih. Lepas tu pula, lupa. Benda tu ulang balik. So overall, when you look at that, tragedy happened. We do not want this thing to happen again. But then the text at the end says it will repeat itself. People will die again. Mean here is not element of surprise. It's note of criticism. So surprise is like bukan surprise hebatnya tak ada training boleh naik atas. Dia bukan macam tu class. Is based on the overall understanding of the text. It is an element of criticism. People will criticize you. That's happening. How can you go up in the name of talent without having proper training? Go for the training first. No matter how good you are, whether you're born with inborn qualities or not, training is a must. That is the right mindset. Yeah. So the answer is A. Plus, do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, right. 21, that's the reason why we need to do a lot of reading practices with critical thinking. Yeah. So you need to do during the 75 minutes. That's why some students are not able to pick up which one is correct. Okay, wages comment. Okay, look at the wages class. I don't know how to spell it out, wager or wages. Yeah, where is this person? Thank God in the last paragraph. Oh my God. If not class, comment shows he believe. Let's say they didn't put the word last paragraph. So probably you need to scan through from paragraph 1 until 9. There are cases where they didn't put the indication last paragraph. They just mentioned wages comment in the text shows he believes what. Kai, dia percaya class. Okay, in the last paragraph, you already know, right? What is that answer, class? Okay, people take unnecessary risk. Okay, let's go and check his feature. Okay, where is he says? Okay, look at that. Okay, last paragraph. With the tragedy of Namgaya painfully fresh, Everest team leaders were insisting in class menegaskan ya, on Saturdays that all climbers clip into safety lines. But wages predicted, tetapi, okay, the team says, okay, everybody put the clip properly. Kan dia orang kan ada clip kan, buka tu pasang, buka pasang, buka pasang. But look at the transition given class but tetapi, meaning something opposite. Wager predicted this will not be the last such death on Everest. Dia bukan yang terakhir. I think for time being people are going to heed the advice. Dia kata for time being lah, sekarang kan dia heed the advice mean follow the advice. He said. But again another transition is opposite but tetapi then history will repeat itself. Sejarah akan diulang. People become more complacent again. Ambil mudah je. And something like this could potentially happen again. Akan berlaku. So out of the three, people take unnecessary risk mean class. It's like our perception. Bukan is believe. Dia kata, alah sekarang dia orang ikut, nanti dia akan berlaku juga, berlaku juga, berlaku juga. People are careless by nature. Adakah careless by nature, class? Ada tak dia careless? People forget easily. Which one? Careless?
C.
The answer is
B.
A. Class, the answer is A, class. People forget easily. How do we know? Look at the line. I think for the time, the answer is A, yeah. For the time, people are going to heed the advice. Sekarang dia akan ikut. But then history will repeat again. People become complacent again. When you become now you're following the advice. After some time, you're not following mean what class you forgot what had happened. And then the things happen again. From his word claiming that after some time people won't follow. Why people won't follow? They forgot about that. That's the nearest way. And then be complacent again. And then benda tu berlaku lagi. So from his word, I think A is the one. He's not about careless by nature, class. He talk about sekarang kau ikut, lepas 1 bulan tu kau buat benda yang balik. Kenapa? Kau dah lupa hari tu. Macam tu lah lebih kurang cerita dia. So A, yeah. Okay, any disagreement, class? Okay, if you have a disagreement, please show me, yeah. It's a very high level. Anyone would like to have disagreement here?
Okay.
Funny, what's the name, my dear? Why your name is so different, yeah? In how this?
Me answer.
What's the name?
Oh, you mean how to pronounce it?
Yeah.
The actual way to pronounce the name is Lunai Queens.
Is that your real name?
My real name is Shafiq Hamdani.
Okay, you like this name. Okay, Lunai. Okay, do you have anything to say?
No.
Okay, good. All right, class, so far so good, right?
Yeah, good, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's why I said
Yes,
a reading comprehension class, the way I see things and the way you see things will be different, class. I can't say I really want you to see the way I see it, but then I have a proof to show that. But at your level, class, you won't be able to see my like me. That is the greatest challenge in reading comprehension paper. It's like I'm so sorry I have to use this word, but don't tell anyone out there. Reading tu macam gambling, class. Gambling tahu kan, aku bayar 100 tengok dapat tak, kena tak, kena tak macam tu. Kena dapat lah, kalau tak kena rugi je 200 tu 100, macam tu je gambling. Sebab kelas 21 tu sekali baca tu careless tu, lepas tu unnecessary risk pula tu. Tapi saya kata forget that easily. Why I say look at the line. Even the number 20 is a good example, class. Really gambling. You know why you think surprise ni dia orang tu, tapi tak criticism, benda tu dipersalahkan. So reading, that's why class, for the reading comprehension you need to do a lot of practices, then only you can have certain momentum where you can feel okay, this is something like this. Again, we can say for sure that is the right answer. Okay, so only one way to overcome this, class, concentrate the other 3 parts. Okay, in your case you can't do it because all the 4 components are 25%, 25%, 25%. So only way, lot of reading practices. Okay, follow the timing also determine, class. Yeah. Okay, number 22, part B, class. Okay, look at that. Okay, we are talking about world ocean, class. World ocean face an unprecedented. Unprecedented means, class, something we don't experience before. Loss of species comparable to the great mass extinction of prehistory. A major report suggests. And look at the word report says that, yeah, there are degenerating far faster than anyone has predicted. Degenerating mean, class, benda tu dah macam stop. Dia tak bergerak ataupun dia tak berfungsi. Okay, and then it's like in other ways it's like they're getting worse. Okay, impact of severe individual stresses ranging from climate warming, seawater acidification, widespread chemical pollution, gross overfishing. This is about nature, this is about environment, this is about pollution. All these words you can memorize, you can use it in writing if any topic come out related to this, class. The coming together these factors is now threatening the marine environment with a catastrophe unprecedented in a human history, according to the report. Again, another report class. You can underline the word from panel of leading marine scientists brought together in Oxford by the International Program on the State of Ocean IPSO and International Union for Conservation of Nature IUCN. So they have IPSO IUCN. All right. So catastrophe mean class macam malapetaka class. Something like bad happened. Okay, class. Look at the first question. 23. Why does the writer says the ocean is trouble is no surprise? Line 11. Why does the writer says? Uh-huh. Oh, 22, yeah, at the bottom, right? The central, okay, of paragraph 1. Okay, what is central idea? Because central idea mean class is something like main idea. Another word will be like an idea which can tie together all the other elements. Meaning central idea means is like class, an idea that is can tie together, put everything together. Okay, this is the main one. What is that? Number one.
Also, is it something as in same as title?
But it's not a title, it's a main idea.
Main focus.
Yeah, main focus.
Okay.
Main idea I am trying to say. They say that, okay, for example, they say that the main idea is reading comprehension is very difficult for you to handle at your age. So the very difficult, they give a lot of reason why it's difficult. At your age, why age can cause that? Meaning they talk about reading comprehension is very difficult for your age. That's the main idea, central idea. All the other discussion talk about the difficulties and the age and things like that. In this case, which one? We go one by one, yeah? Okay, look at the number one. Seas are rapidly regenerating. Because sea, for example, class, sea and ocean. Oceans are bigger than sea. Several sea can combine become ocean. So this is an idea, yes, but then it cannot be the central idea. Degenerating, it is one of the aspect, meaning dia tak berfungsi dengan baik ataupun sedang menjadi rosak. Okay, marine life is facing mass extinction. Hidupan laut tu mati. Tetapi if you look at the sea, oceans are in the brink of catastrophe mean class. Lautan sedang mengalami apa kelas? Malapetaka. Okay, what is malapetaka here? Degenerating. One of the kesan dia kelas degenerating. Dia tak boleh berfungsi dengan baik. Semua tumbuhan dalam tu mati. Lagi satu, banyak marine life mati. Maknanya A and B is inside the sea. So the answer is C. That is a central idea. Meaning A and B is the idea inside the catastrophe. If you think malapetaka mean what causes malapetaka? First, degenerating. Seas are degenerating. No more produce oxygen. No more produce fishes, for example. Second reason is facing mass extinction. All died. No more replacement. So the answer is C, yeah? Okay, number 23. Why does the writer says that the ocean is in trouble is no surprise? Meaning the ocean is in trouble is no surprise. Alah, semua orang tahu macam tu. Why he says that? The reason he says that. A, the state of the ocean as an effect on the economy ada kesan. Okay, and then many research studies have been carried out on the ocean. Okay, many research. The problem affecting the ocean have been around for a long time. Which one do you think is the answer, clause?
C.
Yes. Yeah, the answer is C. Very good. Very good, yeah. The answer is C. It's not a surprise, yeah. Because we can see the second paragraph, second line. What is shocking is that this has taken so long for us to make the connection between the state of the ocean and also what we care about. Kenapa kita ambil masa yang panjang sangat nak kaitkan antara benda ni dengan benda ni. So that's answer. Okay, number 24. Which of the following is the focus of paragraph 3 class? Focus ni kat mana tu? Which one is the focus? Okay. Some face extinction owing to the ocean most voracious predators is us. Okay, meaning we are the one causes all the trouble. Okay, some face extinction owing to the ocean's most voracious predator is us. Okay, adakah itu main focus. We are now appearing to wage a war on life in the sea with sonars until recent years. So, 'cause sonars is one of the equipment they use to what do you call identify the fish, okay, inside the ocean class, and then nothing industrial scale extraction that destroy the entire ecosystem, targeting a few species. So they talk about industrial scale extraction. Industrial scale extraction means they use for industry, for example, sardine making. So they catch a lot of fish. So it's one of the example. So which one is the focus here, class? What do you think?
B.
Okay, the answer is A, whereby B and C are example of how voracious predators we are. Voracious means orang yang ganas lah kan. Macam kita memang predators, tapi dia macam predators yang over sangat. What we did the second. B, we do this. Meaning we use sonars in the recent years to catch all those fish. We know the location of the fish, okay, by using the sonars. And then the C, they talk about the industrial scale extraction they need for this industry. Suddenly, someone says skin can be brightened by salmon, so they go and catch all the salmon. So, meaning B and C inside us A. So the A answer is A. All right, 25. Okay, so far so good, class.
Good, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 25. The
Yes.
dismemberment. Okay, thank you. The dismemberment. Member is one group. Dismemberment mean pecahan dalam group class. Macam group tu dah pecah-pecah macam tu. Dismemberment of the fine-tuned ocean ecosystem. Like ecosystem dulu tu memang cantik, very good, or that are in effect our life support system. Line 24-25 can be expressed to mean apa maksud class. Here, our life support system, you can underline in the question 25, life support system is not referring to food, it's referring to oxygen. Yeah, it's referring to oxygen class. So, meaning to say, it means what? Okay, dismemberment of the fine-tuned ecosystem or effect, meaning kerosakan pada ocean menyebabkan kita tak dapat supply oksigen yang cukup. That's how the meaning should be like. Okay, the first one, the degenerating state of the ocean will affect man's existence. Okay, and then B, the destructive fishing activities have resulted in the loss of fish. Because losing of fish means losing of food. We are not talking about food class. We can eat something else instead of food. So B definitely is not answer. The collapse of the ocean wildlife has adversely impacted the environment. Ocean wildlife that impact the environment don't really see our life support system. So the answer is A, man existent class, because life support system referring to the oxygen. And then if less oxygen means people will die. So answer is A. How do we know that class? Look at the line paragraph 5. Paragraph 5, photosynthetic organism in the sea yield. Yield means menghasilkan. Yield means hasil. Most of the oxygen in the atmosphere, take up the store and vast amount of carbon dioxide, shape the planet chemistry and hold the planet steady. So meaning to go on the line, the ocean is a living system that makes our life possible. This is the proof that A is correct. I repeat the line again for you. This is paragraph 5, line 3. The ocean is a living system that makes our life possible. Without ocean, our life will be impossible. Why? The reason is given at the very beginning of the paragraph. The photosynthetic organism in the sea class yield most of the oxygen. We think oxygen that we get is from the trees on Earth. Actually, it is not. It's from the what do you call photosynthetic organism in the sea. It is true because look at that. It's taken from independent. So the answer is A, right? Okay, 26. So answer for 25 is A. Yeah? Okay, 26. The writer cites the example photosynthetic organism, line 26, to support the following idea. Okay, you just mentioned photosynthetic organism to support idea per class. The ocean is a living system that support our life. Yeah, that is the answer. Kan? Tadi dah saya cakap dah. Yes, 26 is A. Let's look at 26B. Yeah? These organisms produce most of the oxygen there. Yeah, it is correct. Not an idea, it's sort of definition kan. Dia macam bukan idea pun. Dia macam sort of definition. Definasi. There is a connection between the state of the ocean and the carbon dioxide emission. It is like the connection, talking about the connection, does not really show, okay, the main idea here. Photosynthetic organism punya, what they call the role. So here the answer is A. Okay, 27. Which of the following are the writer's personal recommendation? Class, personal recommendation. Yeah, you need to underline the word personal recommendation. Sometimes you recommend based on people's finding. According to this research, you might recommend something. But here is a personal recommendation. Class kena cari manalah nak cari dia punya personal recommendation ni. Which paragraph ya? Yes, very good. Thank you, dear. Yes. Okay, how do we know? Look at that. The second line towards the end. But I would add 3 other action. Okay, look at that. Paragraph 6, line 2. At the end, you can say, but I would add 3 other action. The first one, okay, the second one, and the third one. You probably can circle the first, second, third. Okay, he says that to stop exploitative fishing. Did he mention somewhere here on the first? First, he talk about no. Yes, very good. He says there are a lot of new places. Yeah, why don't we go and search for that, and then to adopt better governance to protect the sea class. From the third, take this report seriously. Look at that. Okay, it should leave people from complacency to positive action. This itself cause for the hope. Okay, and then if you go up a little bit up there, you can see large marine protected areas would be an assurance policy data bank against large scale changes now underway to provide hope to for a world that will continue to be hospitable to mankind. Okay, and then second line, you see that second, it is critically important to protect. Dia kata protect, kena protect. Kalau protect large area, okay, definitely you'll go under, okay, number 2 and 3. So the answer is 2 and 3. He didn't talk about stop exploitative fishing, yeah. Recommendation. Dia cadangkan apa? Dia kata study, adopt. Dia tak recommend stop exploitative fishing. Macam tu. Okay, the answer C. Okay, 28. The purpose of the article is to, what is the purpose of the article class? Article ni untuk apa Discuss the finding of the report. He didn't, yeah, he did mention, but then he didn't discuss it per se. Per se mean hanya, P-E-R-S-E, yeah, per se. Per se mean hanya presenting the report. No, he didn't do that because paragraph 6, he did come up with his own recommendation. Encourage action for protection of marine life. I think this could be because in paragraph 6, line 3940, look at this, 3940, the last 2 lines. Third, take this report seriously. It should leave people from complacency to positive action. Complacency, you know, right? Taking things lightly. Tak apa, macam tu je. Macam tu. This itself cause for a hope. Dia kata hope. Baru ada hope kalau ada positive action. Report tu kena ambil serious. Analyze problem related to the marine life. Analyze problem in class. You just talk about problems only. What are the problem? What are the problem? What are the problem? I think the best is B. Encourage action for protection. Another reason why B, because number 27, other personal recommendation. Okay, now the writer. Okay. Number 29, the writers develop the last paragraph through. Macam mana dia develop last paragraph class? Listing ke? Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, your friend says exemplification. Exemplification means is giving examples to explain the things. Okay, it can be one. Yeah, why not? Argumentation means class the action or process of reasoning systematically in support an idea or action or theory class. Like argumentation means class the process of reasoning systematically. You bagi reason systematically, nak bagi support ataupun you didn't support an idea or an action theory. So argumentation dia tak argue apa-apa. Antara A dengan C class. The answer is A because you say first, second, third. Dia macam buat listing je. Dia buat macam listing. So the answer is A. Okay, when come to A and C, sir, you might be, sir, you also give example, kan? Example here. So the focus class, you have to look at the main focus. If more main focus is giving a lot of example upon example and upon examples, then you go for exemplification. Again, when there is a listing, firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly means come under listing class. Okay, let's continue class. So far so good. 1 hour is over. Okay, now pretty interesting. When I first read this one, part C, I feel like, oh my goodness. Look at the first paragraph, class. I read only the first paragraph for the sake of reading. I supposed to read every paragraph, then only start a discussion. But we don't have that luxury of time. Therefore, I just read the first paragraph and the rest I hope you have read. So next time when you enter my before enter my reading comprehension class, you really have to read while waiting for other person to join. You can read the text one more time to have a better understanding. Otherwise, it's quite difficult unless you make marks, a lot of marks here and there. You have a reference easy to refer. Okay, look at that. A 75-year-old Georgian woman who says she never even heard of the internet is facing a possible prison sentence, okay, for single-handedly cutting off the web to an entire country class. She doesn't know what is internet, but she's facing the imprisonment, meaning like penjara. Okay, Hayatson Sakarian is accused of hacking through the cable that cut off Armenia's internet. Georgian police arrested Hayatson Sakarian after she allegedly hacked through a fiber optic cable that ran through Georgia and Armenia while digging for copper. Because she digging for copper, cari-cari bahan barang lusuh pergi jual dekat kedai second hand apa? Recycle center dia dapat wang kan, so she did that. Okay, with one stroke, the pensioner plunged 90% of internet user in Armenia into online darkness for nearly 12 hours. So look at the language they use, satu ketuk macam tu je dengan dia punya speed tu. The episode is a timely reminder that all it takes in high-tech world to shut down thousands of companies for a day is a determined old lady with a spade. Tengoklah, dia macam bahasa tu macam menyindir kan, macam sindiran. Nak stop satu negara punya high-tech power macam mana tu adalah seorang perempuan yang betul-betul bersemangat dengan satu spade tu. Cangkul. What do you call that? Spade, what do you call it in Malay class? Sudip Okay, right. So meaning
Betul saya sudip.
kan, one stroke je cukup. Dia dah potong dah. So meaning you can read like this and then you can try to have this kind of sentence structure in your essay writing. That causes you get band 6. Because the first paragraph is actually a band 6 paragraph in terms of language. Language is a band 5 plus or band 6 last time. That's how they use the word carefully with adjective, or look at that single-handedly cutting off, and then you can see another word, allegedly hacked. Allegedly mean, class, something is, there is no proof but everyone know you did it. It's like allegedly rob something mean disyaki macam tu. Memang ada, belum ada proof tapi orang semua tahu kau yang buat, macam tu lah. Carefully choose the word. The last, look at the last sentence. The episode is a timely reminder. Normally, when we just use the word a reminder. This is a reminder for all. But dia kata lebih tepat, a timely reminder. Satu peringatan yang tepat pada waktunya. So band 6 language is more clear, clarity. Band 5 plus in your case is clarity. A timely reminder. Bukan saja letak bombastic word. No. It's make the things clearer. For example, saya ada satu peringatan. Itu peringatan yang penting. Bahasa biasa. Band 5 language. Or band 4, band 5 language. When you say a timely reminder, satu peringatan yang tepat pada waktunya adalah expected kan? Itu band 6 ya. Band 5 plus. Okay, class. Let's go on with the first question. The the intention of the writer in mentioning ayat Sen Zakarian is to, kenapa dia mention dia punya nama, class? The answer, what do you think the answer? Anyone can share your answer. Yes, that's true. Yes, congratulations. Illustrate vulnerability of modern day communication. Vulnerability. Vulnerable. Vulnerable mean, class, if we know the meaning of the word vulnerable mean, it's easy for you. Vulnerability or vulnerable mean, class, is like weak, easily hurt physically or emotionally. It's like very weak, easily hurt, easily being disturbed, vulnerable. Child or vulnerable person, meaning you can easily, they are weak basically. So meaning if we know the word, that is an advantage. Otherwise, you really have to go down and check out for other options. Yeah. Okay, number 30 is C. Okay, number 31, the word snapshot means what, class? Snapshot. A, class A, the wake. Okay, please put the word wake. Wake mean, normally I use the word wake in my class. Essay writing class, I say unclear mean wake. Aku tak tahu apa yang aku cakap. I mean, like, I don't understand what I'm trying to say. It's wake mean unclear. It's unclear. Please write the word, class, because essay, I might be putting the comment wake. So the 31 is class answer is B. Clear picture, snapshot. Ambil gambar top. Yes, clear. Okay, B. Okay, number 32. It can be concluded in paragraph 3. Paragraph 3. What can it conclude? Let's read here. Short paragraph. In the past, network downtime. Okay, you know what is network downtime? Class, all these are what you call vocabulary for you to learn for your speaking as well as your writing. That's why I say, class, if you do a lot of reading practices, you gain a lot of knowledge in terms of ideas, vocabulary, sentence structure, which can be used for your writing and also your speaking. Look at that, network downtime. Okay, might have prevented a batch of communication at the end of the day. In the past, dulu, class, network downtime in tak ada internet mean is only affected a batch of communication. Sedikit satu batch lah kan, contohnya student matrikulasi yang tak boleh masuk, student IPTS, student polytechnic semua boleh masuk. Ini like a batch, satu batch saja kena. Says Chris Kim, Vice President at Verizon Business. Tetapi today it could mean, dia mungkin bermaksud no phone, no email, no customer database, no ordering system, no supply chain visibility, and effectively no capacity to conduct businesses. Meaning to say, what it says, I mean, a completely no. No means no. No internet, nothing will happen. That is the meaning in paragraph 3. So let's go back here. It can conclude that the answer would be which one, class?
D.
Yes, the answer is D. Business today cannot function without the internet. That's the thing. Because just now, the way I read it is the way you're supposed to read when you're dealing with lengthy text like this. Okay, dulu dia satu batch terkena, so underline lah. Satu batch tu, lepas tu kat sini semua tak boleh, tak boleh, tak boleh. So maknanya benda ni tak boleh lah macam tu. Class, remember class, I do not know, during your practice you might be using highlighter, color pencil, red pen. In my case, class, normally when I do reading comprehension for my students, right, I'll be using red pen. I cannot use pencil. But during the real exam, MOED exam, KP like me, chief invigilator like me, will not allow you to bring in pen, highlighter into the exam hall because of the past candidate mistake. Walaupun dah berumur class, they use pen to shade the bubble in OMR form. When we collected, tanya dia kenapa pakai pen. Alasan dia, saya tak bawa pensel. Boleh tak? Takkanlah tak boleh tanya sebelah kiri ke sebelah tangan ataupun angkat tangan. Kita boleh bagi. Dia buat diam je. Beberapa kali berlaku. So, I decided when the reading started, I say to inform all my invigilators, pengawas, don't let them bring any single pen highlighter into the exam hall. Only pencil. So we restrict that. So it happened to be when you take the exam, they might be what you call chief invigilator will do that. So from now onward, for your sake, use only pencil, get the things printed, you work on it. So that is an exam practice. Don't use it any devices class. For example, you do open a PDF file and then you scroll down using the, what you call the pen. Yeah, you can have a writing tab where you can use the pen, magnetic pen, and then a laser pen, and then stylus. Yeah, and then use a stylus for you to use this reading comprehension. Or do not do that. This is dangerous. Put in your practice. Print the what you call question paper. Put in front of you. Set 25 minutes or 75 minutes. Take the pencil. You train like an exam. So during the real exam, you know how to handle it. Okay, that one is a reminder, a timely reminder for you. Yeah, it's a timely reminder. Look at that. I pick up the word too. Okay, now number 33. Back to the question discussing. Discussing now number 33. Which of the solution is considered mind-boggling? Mind-boggling. Class, have you heard about mind-blowing class? Mind-blowing. BLOWING.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mind-blowing mean class is like very exciting, very impressive, very exciting and very impressive. Can be surprising too. But mind-boggling mean class very difficult for you to imagine. Something like very difficult for you to understand. Which are complex. Difficulty for you to imagine or difficulty for you to understand. It also can be extremely surprising, can be class. But mind-blowing, normally we use for performance. It's a mind-blowing performance. Very good, impressive. Macam tu. Okay, class. Another one is mind-bending. Have you about mind-bending class? Mind-bending is actually referring to use of drugs class, medicine, ambil ubat ke, dadah ke, your mind is not functioning properly, you are not in a stable mind. That one is mind bending. So you have mind boggling, mind blowing. Okay, now what is mind boggling in this line 34? I think class. Solution. The solution is considered mind boggling in line 34. In line 34 class, they said other technologies on offer to provider, the other technologies, the provider mean, for example, Maxis, which will in turn help their customers stay connected. Okay, meaning other technologies are there to support the Maxis, I mean the provider like DG, and also the customers stay connected. Mereka pun untung, kita pun untung. It's like complex macam mind-boggling. So in which one class shows that which one of the solution is considered? Which solution is that? Linking cables on the top of utility pipe, running cable through the sieve system. Because sieve tu adalah kumbahan macam longkang tu, kumbahan. Using fiber optic cable that cannot be cut, impossible, yeah, there's no such thing. Using technology that forewarns possible internet disruption. So which one class is mind-boggling? Macam you feel like it's very difficult to imagine, but then it is also difficult to understand. Which one is think?
How
I
about
think
these?
running cables through the sewer system.
Okay, all right. So several options. Thank you for your response. Class, the answer is D because they're thinking of other technology mana yang boleh gunakan forewarns. Okay, forewarns mean class to warn someone before something unpleasant happen. For example, when you sit for the exam, denyata nading kau tu terlalu tinggi. Kau dah tahu, oh paper tu susah kot macam tu. Ada tak apa-apa teknologi yang boleh bantu customer at the same time boleh bantu juga company-company yang tak ada rugi lah kan. Macam tadi tu perempuan tu potong satu wayar, satu negara tak dapat internet 12 jam tu. Ada tak macam satu teknologi? Ada tak? Susah nak bayangkan kan. Itulah mind-boggling tu. So memang susah. If Maxis making profit, maybe affect the customer. Customer macam tak ada internet, nanti dia orang pula susah macam tu. So in this case, the answer is D. Using technology that forewarns possible internet disruption. Possible sebelum berlaku apa-apa internet disruption, the technology remind the user or company, okay, look at that. In 5 minutes time, the fiber optic going to be cut down by an old lady. So do they have that kind of technology? This one is mind-boggling. Okay, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 34.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 34. A major problem. Okay, look at that. Be very careful. Yeah, major mean masalah yang paling besar. Problem can be many. Major problem that IT professionals and policymakers face is policymakers like the politicians. IT professionals are people are working for the IT field. Which of the what is a major problem, class? 34. Which one do you think? Where can you find the evidence? Kena cari. This is where I said sudah nak cari dekat mana IT professional dengan policy maker tu. If you underline all those group of people or a person, then it will be easy for you to locate at paragraph 8. Oh, dia orang tu kat paragraph 8 tu IT professional line kedua. Kalau tak, kena cari. Kalau cari, dia buang masa. Tak cukup masa. So when you read, please underline all those names. And then probably institution ke ataupun group ke. Okay, look at the paragraph A. The future of network is causing sleepless night for information technology IT professionals and policymakers alike. Look at that, class. Okay, the appetite means class physical desire for food ya, untuk makan, the strong desire lah, keinginan yang tinggi in this meaning. Okay, for data, okay, across the globe is growing at an extraordinary rate. Okay, and putting an immense strain on the system. Meaning class extraordinary rate mean kadar yang terlalu tinggi, terlalu besar. Something yang menyebabkan immense strain mean strain tu susah. Kesusahan yang immense. Kesusahan yang lebih immense strain to the system. So the answer is D. Fulfilling the increased global demand for internet access. How do we know the line? The appetite for data across the globe is growing at an extraordinary rate, putting an immense strain on the system. Okay, ganggu sistem kita. Okay, 35. Why is satellite technology the future of networks? Kenapa dia kata kelas? Why the satellite technology is why is satellite technology the future of network? Masa depan network adalah satellite. Kenapa? Which one? Okay, how many answer? Is there anyone answer A? Okay, good. Thank you.
Me
B.
too.
Okay, anyone answer B? Do not need extra IT professional. Ada tak siapa answer B? Okay, none of you. C. Okay, actually B is wrong, yeah. C. It offered 24 hours instantaneous backup. Instantaneous mean helping immediately. Tiba-tiba berlaku. Like, for example, that was almost instantaneous. Instantaneous mean plus tiba-tiba dia berlaku. And that nowadays kan macam COVID tu, that was almost instantaneous, meaning happening immediately. So meaning is offer 24 hours instantaneous backup. Kalau pakai satellite dia ada backup. Which one? So the answer is class A. It can cover the whole Europe mean class. We are not talking about one particular place, Europe. The statement shows overall. Satellite technology is feature of network mean is cover the whole world. So A out of context because it's only talk about Europe. B is wrong because if you have satellite, definitely you need IT professional to handle the satellite. Uh, Satellite cannot replace the IT. Cannot replace the IT professional. IT professional is the one who's going to deal with the satellite technology as well. So it offered 24 hours instantaneous backup mean class. Yeah, something is true. Yeah, 24 hours going to what you call backing up. But then why you have to back up? Put in a bracket of backup, backing up. Like mobile phone backing up messages. Are you talking about only backup? No. The last one, it does not require the laying of fiber optic cables, meaning to say, class, if they use satellite technology, they do not need fiber optic cables. They don't need that, meaning it's covered the whole, meaning the future does not lie on the fiber optic cable. Nanti orang tua pergi cari apa besi ke terpotong satu Malaysia tak ada line macam tu lah. Okay, they go for satellite. So answer C. Okay, 36. The system in the last paragraph refers to. Okay, I really want to ask you. How many of you answer A? A?
Me, sir.
Okay.
Me.
Okay, anyone answer B? C? D? Okay, the answer is A. Yeah? Oh, okay. Nurmira, okay. The answer is A. The internet. Okay, let's go and check whether the word is there or not. The system. Okay, for you to check this one, the system before the last paragraph class system. Okay, look at that. How do you know? Okay, developers are now working furiously. Furious mean is like what do you call garang or something like that. Dictionary meaning furious mean you are angry. But then when used in a context, contextual meaning dia berubah. Contohnya appetite tadi atas tu kan. Paragraph 8 line 2. Appetite mean class physical desire for food. Saya nak makan. Appetite tu. Tapi dia gunakan appetite for data mean keinginan data yang berlebihan. Meaning the meaning of dictionary meaning and context meaning is different. So here class, look at that furiously to make our increasing hunger for data does not mean to collapse of the system. Okay, collapse tu adalah runtuhnya satu sistem. So what are we talking about? It's not a communication, it's not system. Fiber optical cables is not a system. Itu adalah alat. Social networking, dia tak ada contact. So the internet lah. 37. The writer ends his article on a note of, okay, which one class? Despair. Okay, despair mean what is despair class? The feeling of having lost all hope. What we call despair in Malay class?
Kesal.
Putus asa.
Putus asa. Yes. Kesal mean I think regret. Aku kesal tak masuk kelas tadi macam tu.
Betul?
Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, neutrality. What is a neutrality? The state of not supporting either side. You're not supporting either side. Side A pun tak, side B pun tak. Neutrality. Optimism in class, a feeling that good things will happen. Yeah, optimism mean good things happen. Uncertainty mean what is that class? Uncertainty. Tak pasti apa yang berlaku. What do you think? Let's read the paragraph again. Yeah. Developers are now working furiously to make sure the increasing hunger for data does not mean a collapse of system. But look at the word. Whenever they use the word "but," me remember they are going to tell something opposite. Whether this will protect user from marauding pensioners looking for copper remain to be seen. Ada tak dia protect what do you call the user macam kita orang tu daripada marauding pensioner. Kan marauding tu macam orang yang pergi cari benda apa-apa ataupun pergi cari orang untuk gaduh ke, pergi cari benda untuk curi ke. It's like going in search of things classes. Dia cari sesuatu. Marauding pensioners of copper. Meaning remain to be seen. Belum boleh nampak lagi. Meaning dia pun tak pasti. So the answer is uncertainty. D. Okay. And the paragraph D class, let's go for the second one. Autism. When I read the first paragraph, apa entah aku baca, aku pun macam pening kepala kelas. Autism, okay, let's go straight. Autism mean class is satu mental condition in which person find very difficult for them to communicate verbally to others or form a relationship with others. Autism macam ni dia tak boleh kawan dengan orang lain ataupun dia bercakap dengan orang lain. Lagi satu dia orang boleh baca, banyak sangat dia baca. And then they also have hyperlexic group. They also great trouble with the social interaction. So it's pretty what you call challenging text class. Okay, paragraph 1. In paragraph 1, the writer main intention is to highlight the. Okay, what is the main intention here? Okay, they talk about the first line. They talk about autism. Sit and read dictionaries. Underline the word read dictionaries. They read, okay. And then line 3, reading is such a obsession. Obsession mean class macam obsess kan, macam dirasa kan. Reading tu dia kena baca juga, tak boleh tak baca macam tu. Reading, circle the word reading again. That the children may read every license, sign, parking, law as they walk through it. Dia baca semua benda dia baca. And then the second last line, they can decode, pronounce words and sentences far beyond their ability. Okay. Budak kecil tapi dia boleh sebut perkataan yang lebih besar. That often struggle comprehend the message they read. Okay. Although they often struggle, tapi tak faham apa yang dia baca. Dia boleh baca tapi tak faham apa yang dia baca. Dia macam baca tu kan. So the answer would be C. Precocious reading ability of autism children. Reading ability class. Okay, precocious means class reading a lot, yeah. Okay, number 39. Which of the following is not true about hyperlaxia? Okay, it's not true class, hyperlaxia. It affects very few children. Okay, how do we know? It's line 12. Check line 12. It's true class. Line 12 kata, paragraph 2, at the bottom you can see, one estimate that they comprise, okay, meliputi, only 2 in 10,000 in general population. So it's a few children. Okay, correct. Number B class, it is still not fully understood. Benda hyperlexia ni macam belum boleh faham lagi. Yes, it is true. 37, 38. 37, go to line 37, 38, paragraph 6, yeah. 37, 38, okay. Little research has been done on hyperlexic children in large part because there is little money available for the research into a rare condition that is not life threatening. And there is no official diagnosis for hyperlexia, but some researchers say that studying the disorder makes sense as way of finding treatment for reading disabilities. So, meaning to say, class, it's not fully understood, class. Why? Because not they don't do a proper what do you call a diagnosis yet, not official diagnosis yet. And then the honest is also correct. Okay, it is called autistic continuum. It is on the autistic continuum. I don't know what is this class because I'm not a person who's studying autistic continuum. So that's why I said sometimes you come across with terms you don't really understand, but somehow you have to dig and find out whether it's true or not. If you refer to line 44, paragraph 7, typically hyperlexic children are not diagnosed as classically autistic, but rather on a different part of autistic continuum. Okay, it is on the autistic continuum. So A, B, C, semua tu true. Okay, the last one definitely not kind. It is less serious than other form of autism. Less serious, dia kata. So that is answer D. Let's check line 10. Line 10 dia kata apa? Kalau line 10, paragraph 2, line 10. So paragraph 2, line 4, fourth line. They have great trouble with social interaction. Look at that class. Great trouble with social interaction. So meaning, tak boleh kata less serious class. Kan? Okay, salah. But if you can find the 29 option D, it'll be easier class. So for your information, paragraph 13, question number 39, it is from paragraph 2. Paragraph 2 kan? So meaning you can make a wild prediction. Kalau soalan atas tu lebih kurang macam, kalau bawah sekali tu paragraph, last paragraph. Atas tu mungkin paragraph 1, 2, macam like it flow according to the paragraph. Yes, most of the time, yes. Sometimes question in the middle class, they will mix it up. So if you couldn't find for the first two questions, probably you can check the top paragraph first rather than checking other paragraph. Okay, line number 40. The conclusion of the study in the journal Neuron is that, okay, journal Neuron. Cari kat mana? Journal Neuron. Can you see the journal Neuron class? Where it is here? Anyone can see? Let me check. Paragraph, then journal neuron tu kat mana?
3. Line number 15.
Oh, okay, thank you. Line 15, yes. Line 15, yes. Journal neuron is the first peak inside journal neuron. Dia kata, the conclusion of the study in the journal neuron is that what? Reading can be learned through visual information. What do you think, class? Is it true? Yes, it is true because if you read this whole paragraph, okay, look at the last line. The study suggests that reading can be learned through visual information rather than oral language. Line 25. Line 25 is answer for number 40A. Plus another tips here, if the text is damn complicated, just susah sangat kelas, soalan tu macam senang-senang je. Macam 40 senang, 39 pun senang, and then macam 38 pun senang. Sebab 38 tu senang sebab dia kata satu paragraf tu kata reading. Tapi option tu macam 38 tu, if you look at the first option, language related traits lah, macam tak kena mengena diletak. B tu delayed speaking ability lah, macam tak ada pun. Lepas tu disparity between reading and speaking skill. Speaking tu macam tak ada pun. Dia macam reading je. So senang dapat. So meaning to say, if you come across any difficult text, don't be afraid. The questions are usually straightforward. Okay, number 41. The word bolster means bolster kayak apa yang kita tahu bolster adalah apa tilam bantal ke tilam kelas pillow
Bantal.
bantal okay bantal ya panjang tu kan tapi in this case what is the meaning class 927 this conclusion bolster the practice of training dyslexic children to associate sound with visual information. Improve ke reinforce? The answer is reinforces. Somebody say something, yes. Okay, 41 is reinforces class because menegaskan class. The conclusion menegaskan the practice of training dyslexic children to associate sound with the visual information. Okay, number 42 class. To be great at basketball, you don't study people who can shoot. Okay, 41, 42. This illustration is used to support the idea that what is that class? Which one class? Okay, the A and B, we are not talking about, is completely out class because we are not talking about basketball playing here. So A and B is put in the, put aside because a good coach lah, improve basketball. Actually, itu adalah satu contoh class. Dia bagi kita contoh. To be great in basketball, you don't study people who can shoot. Because definitely you will study. If you want to be a good, right? You will be studying these people, right? So you don't study people who can shoot, meaning you will study people who are able to shoot well if you want to study about basketball. So meaning to say, the answer is D. An understanding of successful reading may help in treating reading disability, meaning understanding the successful, meaning here people who are good at shooting, you study them, probably that will help you to become better in basketball. So if you can understand the successful reading, yeah, if they can understand the successful reading, it can treat their reading disabilities. Okay, and then number 43 is done. Okay, 43. Okay, now 43. Why there is a limited research on hyperlexic class? Hyperlexia. Why limited research here? Why they don't do that? Okay, you can get it from okay why there is a limitation? Can anyone suggest where you can look for? Kenapa dia tak banyak sangat research for that? Why do you think? A, okay, there is a limited research on hyperlexic. Okay, we can see class, paragraph 6 again. When you read the line, second line, there is a little money available for the research into a rare condition that is not life-threatening. Dia bukan life-threatening mean macam antara hidup dan mati. So life-threatening mean antara hidup dan mati. So kenapa dia pakai duit yang sikit je? Dia bukan satu situasi yang menyebabkan kita antara hidup dan mati. Dia macam biasa-biasa je. So the answer would be C. Hyperlexia is not a life-threatening disorder. That's why limited research is done on that. Okay, 44. The instruction stop jumping and please use a yellow crayon. Line 48, 49 are used to illustrate the point that so the answer is D class. If you can see line 40 and 48 and 49 there, 48 and 49, look at that. The last three lines. Often parents and therapists say such children respond to written direction. So you can underline that. Such children respond to written direction. So paragraph 7, the second last line, children respond to written direction. Then only they give example. Stop jumping on the couch. Please use yellow crayon. Meaning the hyperlexic children respond better to instruction in the written form. Okay, central idea again. Okay, central theme pula. Tema sudah. Okay, of the passage is B. The study of hyperlexic offer clues as how the brain learns to read. Hmm. Okay, class. Central theme of the passage, basically this passage class, the study of hyperlexic offer clues on how to brain can learn to read, because we can see hyperlexic children and then they mainly talk about the way they read and also how the brain respond to that. Okay, A is definitely out because potential treatment tu dia tak ada pun bincang pasal potential treatment tu. Okay, and then good speaking ability may not be crucial in developing children, reading in the children. Because we not talk a good speaking skill. Underline the word good speaking skill. They don't talk about anything on the good speaking skill class. Dia cakap speaking skill sahaja. Good tu memang tak ada lah, out of context. Okay. Okay, the problem of reconciling precocious reading ability with delayed which is hyperlexic children. Okay, reconciling mean class find an acceptance way of dealing. Okay, reconciling means it's like finding of acceptance way of dealing with the children. Class here, class they don't really look at problems only where they look for ways to solve it. So basically, they talk about the B clues on how to brain and also the connection between reading. Yeah. So in this 45, A and B is clearly wrong. Sorry, A is clearly wrong. C also clearly wrong. You might be confused between D and B. Okay, the last one class teleprompter used by Barack Obama in his inaugural speech. Okay, inaugural main class is like the first speech given by a person, especially the leader, and how we use the teleprompter. Kalau teleprompter tu macam ada mesin kat depan tu, di perkataan semua tu keluar, dia boleh nampak perkataan tu, dia akan bercakap bagaikan dia cakap sendiri. Like television readers, news readers, right? They will read from the screen, but we look like they are talking to us. Yeah, that's how, yeah, teleprompter being used. Okay, number 15. What was the writer's evaluation of of Obama's use of teleprompter? Okay, what was the writer's evaluation? Okay, what do you think? The answer? Yes, very good. Line, you can see paragraph 3, line 1 and 2. The answer is B. Barack Obama used it well, but it still can be improved. Okay, number 16. In paragraph 4, the writer developed his idea through 16 class. Yeah, interesting question. Number 16. Paragraph 4. Dia pakai apa class? The answer is yes, comparison and contrast. Okay. On the other hand, okay, he said at times, on the other hand, so in the other, and then you also use on the other side, meaning yin and yang, okay, believer, non-believer, and so on. So meaning is compare and contrast. Very good. So what do you mean by tactful? Tactful tu apa maksud class? Because tactful means careful not to say or do anything that will annoy or upset other people. Tactful, you are being tactful means class kena pada tempat. Dia tak salah. Tak menyusahkan orang lain ataupun annoy orang lain. Dia macam carefully you say one thing. Memang tepat pada tempat tu. Straightforward. Class straightforward person mean you're honest, open and very honest person lah. And then if its idea means straightforward mean class, not complicated. Senang nak faham. Okay, be careful, yeah. Straightforward, if it's idea, it is senang nak faham, easy to understand, it's not complicated. If it's a person, I'm a straightforward person, mean I'm a honest and open. I don't have any trick, meaning I'm a honest person. Okay, the answer is number 17. Okay, in paragraph 4, Obama presented his message in a tactful manner. Dia tak sakit hati apa-apa. Contohnya, class, you can give one example. The last line of the paragraph 4. Obama thanked God and mentioned the United States of America, USA, is a country for Christians, Jews, and Muslims. But he also courageously mentioned that we are in a nation that includes non-believers. Dia kata kami juga terima orang yang tak ada apa-apa agama macam tu. Right? Tactful. Supaya dia tak they are not feeling hurt. Okay, number 18. The word deafly means what, class? Deftly. Deaf mean tak boleh dengar kan? Deftly mean here is yes, very good, skillfully. Okay, number 19. The writer mentioned Kennedy to show that Obama speeches. What do you think? I think this is an easy, cheesy question. Kennedy used the catchy phrase, ask not. Yes, very good. A short is a short of catchy phrase. That is catchy phrases. 20. Among the following, which is the writer's major criticism on Obama's presentation? Major criticism, class. Dia kata macam ni, tak boleh lah. Ni salah lah. Which one?
B, teacher.
Yes, very good, Akshan. Yes, B. Swearing in portion was not carried out smoothly. Probably you can the whole paragraph it talk about that, yeah. Rather than the speeches he may take several like a paragraph 6, yeah, rehearsing speech, but then he didn't do the swearing in part. Okay, number 21. The writer wrote the article to untuk apa ni?
Analyze.
Exactly, analyze, because he discussed about what he did, what he's supposed to do, what he shouldn't do. Is analyzing. Very good. Okay, this is the end of the reading marathon. How many questions in total, class? Did you count the questions? In total, how many questions? So I also didn't count the questions. So what you need to do, class, you need to the paper that you have for you to put the answer. I don't know how you put it, but then I prefer like part 1, put part A, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then part B, 22 until 29. Part C is 30 until 37, and then part D, it is 38 until 45, and the last part is part E, which is from 15 to 21. You put in a piece of paper, and then you put your answer, and then you marked it. Okay, just correct mean put a tick, wrong mean put a correct answer. Snap that part and then post in our Google Classroom. Class, you need to do this sincerely. Then only I can see your disabilities in reading component, and I can adjust my practices accordingly. So do it sincerely, yeah. So you can post it in a Google Classroom. Okay, class, with that, I thank you. Thank you very much for your attention for non-stop, almost 2 hours. Do you have any question before we dismiss?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, everyone. You may leave the class now. Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank